when I see the 50 and 60-year-old professors of the left wing in 24/7 activist mode, I think we're not doing enough. So, coming to the point, see, the problem which we're facing is multi-dimensional. The major point is that the students who are in the colleges today, they were in the school, they were in the class 6, 7, and 8 when BJP came to power. So naturally, they are going to be the anti-establishment. And this is what you see. I see that in the classroom, that after 2017 or something, the new bunch which is coming in is very anti-government, which is, I think, natural. So we have to work doubly hard to explain to them our positions, because that youth rebellion factor will always be there. Second point is that most of the right wing is associated with, and we also talk mostly about Sanskriti and Sanskar, Sanskriti and Sanskar. And our Sanskriti and Sanskar concept is basically derived from an agrarian milieu. The kind of Sanskriti in Bharati Sanskriti we talk about is an agrarian Sanskriti. India is urbanizing. The youth you see in the colleges, they're not coming from Gaon ki Sanskriti. They're coming from semi-urban areas or the urban areas. They don't relate to your concept of Bharati Sanskriti anymore. Other point is that most of this concept of Sanskriti basically comes from the upper caste milieu as well. So lots of people who are coming from Dalit and OBC caste don't relate to it to that extent. To some extent, they relate to this high culture, which is high Sanskritic culture, but their little traditions are absent. Their icons are absent. So that also creates a kind of alienation when the education levels are increasing and you have a different aspirations which are coming at the fore. Other point is that the right wing is often seen as always angry, chaotic, and anti-liberty. And this is the impression which the youth have of today. Even the people who are economically very right-wing in the college, who support BJP otherwise, they say, sir, bahut jada ho raha hai. All this chaos, the Indians don't like chaos after a point. So that chaos needs to be controlled, and we have to argue that we are not anti-liberty, that we are the one who actually stand for the liberty, and the other side doesn't, as our panelists have talked about. And then there is this problem of the discourse that we have failed to present a proper, coherent ideological construct in the front of them. See, Hindutva and other ideological debates, they're 19th century debates. We are in 21st century now. So that needs to be updated. What Savarkar said in the 19th century is relevant today, I believe. I very strongly believe in Savarkarite construct, but that needs to be updated for the 21st century, to which the students and the youth can relate to. Other is that it's very easy to understand the concept of liberalism and humanity. So in the class, because as you say in the college, I mean at the SRCC college, so when they have to discuss right wing, they only come to me, because there's hardly anyone to whom they go and discuss these things. So they keep on throwing these big words. Don't you think this is against humanity? This is against this and that. And that's very easy to talk about, because you never defined what is humanity, you never defined what is liberty, you never defined what is liberalism. And we on our side have also failed to invest in the social sciences to actually build up a discourse about the conservatism. The conservatism in India as it exists is confused with the social orthodoxy, right? And that distinction needs to be made very clear. Because in India, the conservative discourse cannot be the defense of the status quo. Right? In the Western societies, they can perhaps go and defend tradition, society, and culture. In India, it needs change at the social level, at the traditional level, and at the family level. So the conservative thought in India cannot be the defense of the status quo. You have to refocus it towards the defense of the Indian state, a unified Indian state which provides political stability and wealth creation. What we do instead is we keep on defending all the orthodoxy somehow. Somehow we even defend the religious leaders who are absolutely casteist in their sermons and their preaching, and we get all the blame without actually being not on their company. So people confuse Savarkarite discourse with the social orthodoxy. That needs to change. And that's a brief comment I wanted to make, and I'm sure that in the course of discussion we will come up with many other more points. Thank you.
Thank you.